A warm welcome to the students of BBA third semester. The subject which will be discussed in today's session is Human Resource Management, Unit 2, Human Resource Planning, Recruitment and Selection. The topic will be covered is on Recruitment Policy. Dear students, the contents which I'll be discussing are meaning of recruitment policy, prerequisites of a good recruitment policy, centralized recruitment, its meaning and advantages or merits. We shall also discuss decentralized recruitment policy, meaning and merits. At the end of the session, we'll be discussing most likely questions in your examination. Recruitment policy. Recruitment policy specifies the objectives of recruitment and provides a framework for the implementation of the recruitment program. According to Yoder and others, a recruitment policy may involve commitment to broad principles such as filling vacancies with the best qualified individuals. It may include several issues such as extent of promotion form within, attitude of enterprise in recruiting its old employees, minority groups, women employees or specially challenged people, part-time employees, friends, and relatives of present employee and so on. It may also involve the organizational system to be developed for implementing recruitment program and procedures to be employed. So therefore, recruitment policy, it specifies the objectives of recruitment and provides a framework for the implementation of the recruitment program. It involves enriching the organization's human resources by filling the vacancies with the best qualified, talented people or individuals. It includes the attitude towards recruiting. As I mentioned earlier, the companies might have certain quota for physically challenged, minority groups, women, known people, that is friends and relatives of presently working employees. So this is with reference to recruitment policy. And recruitment policy may also include giving promotion for people who are already working in the organization. It may also include the development of organizational system for implementing the recruitment program and procedures to be employed. And there are two types which we'll be discussing. One is centralized, the other is decentralized recruitment organization. Before that, we need to know certain principles which governs the recruitment policy. General principles a recruitment policy involves which reflect the employer's commitment are to find and employ the best qualified persons for every job, and it is necessary to retain the most promising, means talented, of those hired, and to also give opportunity for their career growth for the lifetime and working careers. And you have to provide the best facilities, that is the work environment and opportunities for both personal growth and professional growth on the job. So when you are making a policy, these are the general principles to be covered by every organization. And now let's discuss the factors affecting recruitment policy. The major factors which affects the recruitment policies are organizational objectives, which includes both short-term and long-term organizational objectives, which has to be taken into consideration as a basic parameter for recruitment decisions. The next most important is policies, HR policies or personnel policies of the organizations in comparison to its competitors. Government also lays down policies on reservations or quotas. Accordingly, the company has to recruit. That is reservation for minorities, reservation for men, reservation for women, and reservation according to categories, general merit, categories which will be specified according to the Gazette for SC/ST reservations, other backward caste reservations. If required, it has to be followed. Next, Preferred sources of recruitment. Preferred sources of recruitment which would be tapped by the organization for different classes of employees which has to be considered. Therefore, the next criteria is organization's recruitment needs. The need arises whenever there is a vacancy created due to death of an employee or accident or any health issues or due to promotion and transfers. And very important is you have to consider the monetary aspects, that is recruitment costs. The cost of recruitment and financial implications of the same have to be kept in mind also. The most important is criteria for selection and preferences. For certain jobs, there are specifications for physical fitness, and hence you have to consider the physical fitness. Even age will be a criteria. So the upper limit of the age should be definitely considered. So these are the few factors which will be affecting the recruitment policy. To move on, let's understand the other prerequisites of a good recruitment policy. As mentioned earlier, we have to follow all the guidelines given by the government. So abide by the relevant public policy and legislation for hiring and employing relationships. Provide employees with job security. So during this pandemic, you have understood so many people have lost their jobs. So many have even suffered because of pay cuts. So this should not be affecting their personal and professional life. So provide employees with job security. We have also witnessed so many companies have not gone for lay down. They have not removed employees in spite of pandemic, and people are much secure. So therefore, they should have a good recruitment policy to safeguard your employees. Provide employees with job security and continuous employment because their family is dependent on the individual's job. Next, integrate organizational needs and employee needs. That is balance between both company needs and the new recruits needs. Provide each employee with freedom. Freedom is essential for anyone to work with an organization, and they should be given sufficient opportunities to develop their skills and knowledge. So continuous training will help them. And very important is having fair practices, that is treating all employees on equality fairly without having any distinction between any individuals. Therefore that will strengthen our employment relationships. Treating people fairly is essential requisites for a good recruitment policy. So to move on, let's understand the next concept related to other prerequisites. Provide suitable jobs and protection for physically challenged or handicapped people. Make all provisions related to women and minority groups. So the government would have given these certain guidelines relating to giving appreciation, giving job, recognizing their talents of physically challenged or specially challenged people. And you have to give consideration for trade unions. They're a very strong association of people, so encourage responsibilities of trade unions. It is necessary to be flexible enough to meet the needs according to the changing environment of the organization. So we have done with recruitment policy. We also discussed the most elements of prerequisites of good recruitment policy. Let's understand organization relating to recruitment. There are two types of recruitment organization. One is centralized, the other is decentralized. Let's discuss their merits also in detail. Centralized recruitment. Under this type of recruitment, personnel department, that is human resource department, is at the head office, performs all the functions of recruitment. So the responsibility of recruitment is with this head office. The advantages. It reduces the administrative costs by consolidating all recruitment activities at one place at one center. It helps in using the best specialist service, that is advisory service. It ensures uniformity in recruitment and selection of all types of employees. It also facilitates an interchangeability of staff between various zones or units. So recruitment policy differs from organization to another organization. Centralized. Earlier, most of our government organization used to have centralized. Like RBI used to take care of the recruitment of all the bank staff. But that took a lot of time and effort. To overcome now, we have decentralized banking, which is being followed by State Bank of India, Canara Bank, and all the nationalized bank. So centralized recruitment will be performed by head office, which takes care the complete recruitment process for all its branches or jobs. So we have also covered with the advantages of centralized recruitment. The benefit of centralized recruitment is for centralized promotion and transfer procedure. Let's move on to understand about decentralized. Okay, before that we need to discuss few more disadvantages of centralized. There is a delay in recruitment. Since every decision has to be taken by the head office, the decision making process will be delayed. And due to this delay, they cannot recruit staff as and when required. The centralized office may not be fully familiar with job requirements of different units and the most suitable sources for the required staff. Recruitment is not flexible because operating units control over the recruitment process. So therefore, centralized has both advantages and disadvantages. To overcome these disadvantages, we shall have the next type of organization, which is decentralized recruitment organization. So you can take, I'm sorry, I only hire married men. I like men who can take criticism. It's just to have fun in this concept of recruitment. So the next session we'll be discussing about sources of recruitment. Before that, we need to complete the concept relating to decentralized recruitment. Decentralized recruitment. In a decentralized system, a recruitment is undertaken at unit level or zonal level. So there are certain merits compared to centralized recruitment. The units are well aware of the needs of jobs and also social and cultural background of candidates who are available for recruitment. There may be certain areas where suitable candidates are available. In decentralized system of recruitment, the importance will go to those places where desired persons are being available. The recruitment can be done as and when the need arises. The delay in recruitment under centralized can be completely avoided under this method. The units will also have full information about the entire recruitment process and feedback from the employment market. They will know the prevailing conditions of recruitment, which will help in planning recruitment function effectively. Therefore, both centralized recruitment and decentralized recruitment have their own merits. The choice between the two will depend upon the management psychology and needs of the particular organization. Now let's understand the drawbacks of decentralized recruitment. The drawbacks are there are chances of lack of central authority on human resource decision, and they can lead to several conflicts and miscommunication. So therefore, decentralization will be having certain drawbacks, whereas in centralization the power is only in few hands, but in decentralized the power is given, but they may not be effective in their recruitment procedure. So in some cases, a combination of both the system is used. Lower level staff is recruited centrally, whereas middle and top level executives are recruited in a decentralized manner. In Indian Railways, they follow decentralized system of recruitment, while commercial banks follow centralized recruitment. But today, the government has given the authority for nationalized banks to do recruitment according to their needs, that is decentralized. In case of central recruitment, the HR department at the central office performs the functions of recruitment, while in a decentralized system, recruitment is undertaken at unit level or zonal level. Both the systems of recruitment have their own good points. Therefore, students, in this session, I've given you the inputs relating to recruitment policies. We have discussed about types of recruitment organization, that is centralized and decentralized. This session will help you to answer the following questions in your examination. For section A, you can expect question about give the meaning of recruitment policy, give the meaning of centralized recruitment, or meaning of decentralized recruitment. In section B, you can expect the questions explain the merits and drawbacks of centralized recruitment, or a question about explain the various merits and drawbacks of decentralized recruitment. The next session I'll be discussing will be about sources of recruitment. Thank you for learning all these concepts through this PowerPoint presentation followed by video. Thank you all, dear students.